What is up, Internet Land? Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime, here with another Transformers video review. And today, the figure that we're taking a look at is the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee movie Arcee. And I so I don't have a whole lot of the Bumblebee movie figures, despite it being my favorite Transformers movie that's come out for the last 20 years. But I definitely got this one because I've been kind of disappointed with how the other RCs that Hasbro's been releasing stack up, and I felt that this one looked really well done, and so I wanted to get it and experience it for myself and tell you that yes, it is really well done. Kind of small for a deluxe. Here's a modern deluxe to compare it with. Just, not super huge. Which I guess is fine for the character. Just kind of, I mean, on the one hand, it would be weird if all of the characters were like the exact same size, especially according to like whatever their size class is. If all deluxes were the same size and all Voyagers were the same size and etc., the same height. But on the other hand, I mean, it's a smaller than average deluxe, but you don't really feel like you're getting skimped out. Like the detail is there, the paint apps are there, the engineering is there, and I think that's really what counts most. But anyhow, I felt that the color scheme is spot on. There are a few places where it could benefit from a bit more paint. I don't know if anybody has Wei Zhang'd her, done like a masterpiece scale, higher detail, better paint app, like upscale. I haven't seen anything like that, but if that exists, that might kind of be interesting, something worth looking into. But yeah, the backpack is not extreme, especially for an RC figure. It's all fairly compact and fairly show accurate, both of which are basically borderline miracles for an RC figure. The figure is actually really stable. The feet are, basically huge because you've got from this toe to the bottom part of that wheel, and that's the whole foot. And so she basically has got huge feet while looking like she's got small feet. And that is a pretty phenomenal piece of engineering sleight of hand. In terms of accessories, she just comes with a pair of pistols. They are identical in every way. Sculpted well enough, molded in gray plastic. They will fit into her hands just fine. You can keep them attached all through transformation. In fact, that's probably exactly how I'm going to do it. And, yeah, they look good enough. In terms of articulation, her head is on a ball joint, a little bit of side to side, some down, plenty of up. Rotation, of course. The arm will go out for the full tree pose, will come all the way around. You kind of got to move it around. You got to move it out a little bit to get around that nubbin, but it goes all the way around. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. You do have a transformation joint here for a little bit of in and out wrist movement, but I don't know that there's a whole lot of, there's maybe some articulation benefit in there, but not a whole lot. Waist joint goes like so. I don't believe, no ab crunch. Legs will go that far forward, that far back, go out for the full Van Damme. You got a thigh swivel, 90-degree bend at the elbow, the knee, the leg elbow. This is your ankle pivot here. And then you got as much heel rocker as you want. Getting her transformed up is also pretty damn easy. You take the heel, well, first of all, you take this and you snap it into place, like so. You take that heel, bend it all the way, the ankle pivot, pull this out on the slider. Doing so disconnects, you see these little divots here, plugs into that. And then this will come around until this guy. So the way it was before, this is actually all really clever. The way it was before, this peg plugs in between two little pegs here, and then there's two little pegs that go into this divot on the tire. That actually stops the tire from turning. But when you pull this out, then you rotate it around so that this peg fits in between these pegs here, and the tire is now free running. And we'll do the same for the other one. So click that into place, turn the ankle, pull this out, rotate it till that tab goes into that home, and then straighten it back out. Now she's got like movie Arcee feet wheels. Of course, she can't stand like that, but you know, it is something, I guess. It's not really anything. I lied. You take these and you plug them together, and now we're starting to go somewhere. For the backpack, you're going to take and spread these out. Disconnect this. Disconnect this. Pull this all the way out. Pull up on the head so that it clears these pink tabs. And disconnect this. The head will come all the way around into that little cavity there, and then this will come and click over the top of it. You're going to take this little bit of engineering here and straighten this out so that these connect into each other, and then these tabs are going to fit into slots here on the legs. Oh, I missed a step. The waist has to go around. And then these tabs are going to fit into these slots here, and these tabs are going to fit into these slots. Sometimes I pretend like I know what I'm doing, and I don't. But I get it figured out, because that's just how I roll. And then for this part here, you want to bring the arms up on those elbows, and then this tab on the arm is going to fit into a slot right here, like so. So the arm kind of fits in that little hollow there, and we're going to do the same for the other arm. Bring this around, plug that in, wiggle that around until it finds that tab, and then you kind of want to like take these guns, angle them out, and then angle the wrist in. So angle that out, angle the wrist in, and then straighten these out. And then these are kind of like the exhaust pipes of the motorcycle thingamajig, whatever the hell she is. A Cybertronian what the fuck. And all in all, I think it looks pretty decent. The hands are still hands, but you kind of, if you can pretend that these aren't guns, then from there it's a very simple thing to pretend that these aren't hands. A little bit of difficulty getting everything to tab in. But you can mostly throw it in, you know, you can mostly get it settled. There are details of big tires here, but only the engineering of these little tiny tires. There's no space in there for big tires, not with like arms and legs and stuff like that that fills up this cowling. So as a result, these tires, because of like flash and molding errors on them, they don't really turn. These ones do. These ones, at least the inside part of them, turn just fine. But yeah, it sits on them. I can't say that it really rolls, but you know, it looks fine enough. It's a really good looking alt mode for, you know, a figure that we never, a character that we never saw an alt mode of. It is kind of nice, you know, with these Cybertronian modes, they can really like appeal to the bot mode, because all Transformers, they have to make considerations. They have to make, you know, come to a middle ground between their alt mode and their robot mode. Like, they all make sacrifices. But this one, because the Cybertronian mode doesn't look like anything anyhow, you can just make it however you want, you know, and say, oh, well, this is how the detail is supposed to be. Even though, you know, if you know that this is a leg, then it's obvious that this is a leg. And if you know that this is an arm, then it's obvious that it's an arm, you know. But yeah, Cybertronian modes really do give them a lot of leeway on it, and they made full use of that with these latest Bumblebee Studio Series figures, and this is definitely one of the better among them as well. It's from what I've seen. I've only picked up this one from that wave, but anyhow, that's all I've got for this. Everybody, thank you for watching. You guys are fantastic. Everybody, stay awesome and be good to each other. See ya.